Hello, this video is for you if you are a creative person and you want to know how to level up physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially in order to make your dreams a reality using your creative gifts. You're in the right place. Hi, my name is Ebony Malara and I'm an artist, I'm a creative. I worked in film, I do music as a singer and a rapper. I do a bunch of other stuff as well. I just like being creative in as many ways as possible because it's like the output of my spiritual journey. So I believe that we take in experiences, information, knowledge, and then it's kind of like it comes into our body and what do we do with it? And I'm a person who creates with it. So whenever things happen to me, I kind of just use it as inspiration. And today I wanted to do a Q&A, and it's a little advice for young creatives and about being an independent creative. So you don't have to be young for this video to be for you. However, I mentioned young people specifically just because I used to be a youth worker. A lot of what I do is about future generations and making sure that they have the information and knowledge that they need and not just nonsense. And because there's a part about your parents, but it kind of still, it affects people no matter their age. So again, don't feel like, oh, this just for young creatives. It's for anyone who wants to be creative and take a leap of faith. So first tip is to take care of yourself physically. Now, I have a friend who's an artist and his sleeping pattern and his like eating pattern and all of that is terrible. And I remember every time I saw him, I was like, how do you even do what you do when this is like how you take care of yourself? Now, coming into doing it myself, I understand how, where you can get so excited. When your creative juices are flowing, you're just full of electricity and it sparks flying and you do forget, right, I do actually need to feed my body properly. I do actually need to sleep properly. And it's not because you're not going to be good if you don't, but it's because you're going to be better if you do. And so that is very important. You want to make sure you balance and you're not always in creative mode, you're not always in active mode. You do take the time to think and to be. I feel like that happened to me as well, in the sense of like feeling like I always had to create and always putting stuff out. But some of that stuff that I was putting out, I felt like, nah, that stuff was just for me. Like, I just needed to sort through that. And I don't know how comfortable I am with everybody helping me sort through that, because now they have access to comment, to like, to share. And that takes me on to my second tip of advice. Oh, my second tip of advice was about your mental health. So I kind of did it through your physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and financial health. So the tip for your mental health is to take breaks and balance. So just like I said, it's both taking breaks between like work and life, but also taking breaks between being creative and being more logical. You have to realize all of us have feminine and masculine energies. I won't go into what is what and what you're doing, what's happening to you energetically when you're doing what, but it is very much just understanding that we are infinite, but our energy, it goes in batteries, and you'll have a low battery. And if you continue to create on a low battery, you will burn out, and then you'll have creative blocks and all of that stuff. Even when you have a creative block, it's a block for a reason. And so you need to take some time to figure out what that block is. What is it that's stopping me from truly expressing the way that my soul feels authentically? It could be how other people might take it or what they have to say. It could be a shame within yourself of maybe I'm just not, or maybe I am just. There's so many things to do with that. Your spiritual tip of advice is to use your gift to create your reality. And so if you work in film, and say for example you are a director, you might start to direct these short little snippets. They might be 10-second videos where you decide, okay, every day I'm gonna find 10 seconds of something to film that represents the life that I want to live. It's setting yourself a creative challenge in that way, and remembering how powerful that is, because you're now giving energy to what you want to be around you. You're creating that for yourself using whatever it is that you like to do. I use directing as an example because using like poetry, music is an easy example to do, and there's so many people who'll be like, oh no, well, I can't do that, because it takes too much confidence for them to even try it. So you can try anything. And the thing I'm gonna say to that as well is, don't forget that any artist you see that you like and you appreciate has just tapped into their creativity and decided that they're gonna give power to their voice. And so I'm not saying that you need to go and put all your art and your creativity out in the world, which I think you still should, especially now because of social media. But anyway, I'm just saying that you should give your voice enough power to express who you are and tell your story and say how you're feeling. And that's kind of spiritually taking care of yourself. And again, cultivating the feelings that you want in a way where a lot of the time, if I'm going through something that I cannot change, I will now like use my creativity to make it feel better for me, if that makes sense. Which moves on to emotional well-being. As a creative, you have to support yourself emotionally. You have to be aware of how you're feeling. Not a lot of people are like, oh, if how you feel, you gotta just hustle, grind it out, get this bag, and it's like, you're not supposed to ignore how you feel. You're supposed to use how you feel as your guidance system to go. As in, if you have been on this creative journey for years, months, decades, and you feel like it's just not like, not even that it's not for you, you know it's for you, but you don't know if you have the strength and the resilience and the determination to keep on going. It's that thing of like making space and room for all of that frustration, because it's real. The life that we live outside of our creative gifts and what we choose to share with the world is very real, and we have to remember to make space for that, even if it's not being publicly shared. And then financial is, people help you when you help yourself. And so someone asked me the other day, I want to get into acting so bad, like how do I do it? I said, listen, make a TikTok account and you better start acting in some skits, because if you want to be an actor, I want to see you act. If you want to be a musician, I want to see you do music. If you want to, like, or playing music, if you want to be anything, I want to see you do that thing. And the funniest thing is, the advice I normally give to people, again, with being independent, is go out there and do something yourself. But there are so many other people who want to do things as well that match what you want to do, that you can just, it could be a group of friends, it could be on social media a call out, it could be you looking for social media call outs for people who want to do these things, and joining a team of people who want to dedicate their skills and their gifts to one project. That's all that it is. I'm doing that quite a bit with Ebony Enterprises. So through a platform called Together We Succeed, I've been able to have access to interns who are students, sixth form students. We don't have any secondary school students, so maybe uni students, and just really understanding, okay, what is it that you want to do? Where do you want to go? And how can I help you to gain that experience and the skills that you need and the credentials, whilst also building the vision of what I'm trying to build? And so it's very much like finding people who are aligned with you. That is the quickest way to describe that. But until you start putting yourself out there, no one's really going to know what you do or who you are. And it's so easy to, especially nowadays on social media, because people fake stuff, it's so easy to just say, oh yeah, I am this, but then when you come down to do it, are you in practice of that thing? That's what people want to see, because when you practice at something, you get better at it. So yeah, that is my advice for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, because I've got some more coming soon. I've got some creative stuff coming soon too. Follow me on Instagram, follow Cultured Waste, follow UPG Ebony on Instagram. I'm just going to put everything below, and I'll see you soon.